Industry Safe Space, your new safe space. I'm your girl Kai, the doctor of hair.
What's up, everybody? I'm back after a break. I am Blake Martin, your certified photographer, international producer, and best-selling author.
And today we are going to have a fun conversation. The topic for today is, so you're in love with an entrepreneur.
Brr, 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 brr.
And I wanted to talk about this because especially now that we're in the era of everyone is an entrepreneur and starting businesses, people need to understand the pros and the cons for dating or being involved with an entrepreneur, especially if you are corporate or if you work a 9 to 5. The way we flow is completely different. Can it work? Absolutely.
No.
But no, it
Go
can't
ahead.
work?
Oh.
I don't think so. Go
Okay,
ahead.
well, before we get to it, I have my lovely friend, Jazz. She's been here with us a couple of times. Just get used to seeing her face.
Give it up for Jazz.
Hey.
Another entrepreneur. So we are going to have this conversation and just give you all tips on if you're dating one, things to kind of make their life easier, things to avoid doing, things that you can do to make things better, and just get really into it. So if you had to pick, Blake, would you date? Yeah, I have to dive right into you. Would you date what would you prefer your significant other to be an entrepreneur as well, or you wouldn't mind a corporate 9 to 5?
Well, I don't limit myself in dating.
Okay.
But if I had a preference, I
Yes.
would prefer another entrepreneur only because they get it.
Okay. And what is it that they get?
Just the hours, the up and down, the unpredictability, all of it, right? And I think in my life as an entrepreneur, sometimes when we're on set, we're at a show, I may go 12 hours sometimes and cannot check my phone. I
Come
cannot
on,
check
talk
in.
about it.
I can't give you, an update
attention.
because
Mhm.
I'm busy. Another
Yeah.
entrepreneur will get that. In addition, sometimes as an entrepreneur, because so much of what we do is an outpour,
Yes.
I need my time that's just me, even without my significant other.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll also get that. Like, hey, on Friday, let you go your way, I'm going to go my way, and I will reconvene on Saturday. So I would prefer an entrepreneur just because I've dated people who do corporate jobs, and they just don't get it. It's, why haven't you checked your phone in 4 hours? Because I can't. And realistically, I didn't even know it was 4 hours have flown by.
Because
I'm busy.
Exactly.
I'm working.
Yes.
Yeah.
And when you're not in front of a computer, our time typically goes faster.
Quick.
You know what I'm saying? You're married, right?
Mm-hmm.
And is your husband?
He's not an entrepreneur, but he's a truck driver,
Okay.
and yeah,
That's
it's
similar, though.
kind of difficult, but it's similar, but not like I can sit on the phone and talk to him all day long. You know what I mean? When I don't have clients, but when I have clients, I can't.
Right.
So it's a little easier, but initially, before he started truck driving, he'd be like, "Where are you? Where are you gonna be home? What time?" I'm like, "I can't tell you what time. I don't know what time I'm gonna be done." You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? So, but he transitioned fairly easily though. Like he saw me in the house first working.
Oh, y'all been in it.
Yeah, he was in the paint with me. So because he saw how I worked at home, he already had an understanding of how it
Okay.
went. Like, oh, okay, she's doing a extension service. That's gonna take about 10 hours. So, let me not bother her. Let her get her job done. So it's been a little easier. But prior to him, when I used to date guys, it was terrible.
Yeah.
Because I've had guys sitting at dinner waiting on me. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I made
And
dinner
as strict
plans.
as we could be with our schedule,
Clients dictate everything.
No, it ain't. Sometimes it's not even the client. Sometimes it's actually the service.
Correct.
Yeah.
You just don't
Yeah.
know. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you
get
get
in and don't know.
you get a color service. She gets in your chair after she's lied to you and told you that she does not have color on her hair. You do a strand test in an area where she actually doesn't have color.
and then you go to do it all over and now. Yeah.
Baby.
My thing that I always tell people love, and I think I joke about this all the time. Everybody wants to date or be with an Oprah or a Beyonce, but do you
Until
know
you're
what
with
it takes
Oprah
to
or
be a
Beyonce.
Stedman?
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
and not even that he's not important, but do you
He just gets
understand
it.
the type of person you have to be. Now, of course, Beyonce and Jay-Z, because they're both, obviously.
But at the same time, they have to shift a
They have
little
a
bit.
rigorous
When
schedule.
Beyonce is on a tour, Jay-Z
Yeah.
got to be like, all right, I'm at home
Yeah.
with these children.
House dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They even get it.
Yeah. I think that when you date someone who's in your field or
Ooh.
at least close
Now, I
to
don't know
it.
about
I don't know
in your
about
field
that.
now.
Take me out.
What do you
But I
mean?
have
You
seen
couldn't
some
date a
barbers.
barber?
Yeah, I was gonna say I have seen some barbers and hairstylists kind of.
They
Yeah.
own salons together.
Yeah.
So I mean, but I just think that like there's an unspoken understanding there, just like you guys mentioned with the Jay-Z and the Beyonces. He's like, yeah, I know she's at dance rehearsal, so it's okay. As opposed to the guy that's getting off work at 5 and twiddling his
Expecting his-
thumbs,
Expecting his dinner.
waiting on his boo to get off. You
Yeah.
know, it's totally different. But I'm gonna say that I believe that entrepreneurs should take other entrepreneurs, even though in some sectors it absolutely works. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Because look at me, like it works for me.
Okay.
But I have an understanding partner who was with me in the beginning. People that don't have that, and they're out here dating new people. Those guys and girls get frustrated if you not.
But I also think a lot of people, because in relationships that I've been in, people often say they can handle it initially.
Mm-hmm.
Until they can't.
They don't really understand what it requires, because as an entrepreneur, when I put my phone down or shut down my site or do all of that, that's where my things stop. If I don't respond to an email, if I don't respond to a text or a call, I could be missing an opportunity. Meanwhile, if you're corporate or 9 to 5, when you clock out or leave that building, everything stays there. You don't have to even deal with it until you return. And so I think that's really the problem, because, you know, you could be on vacation. I could be honest. I always try to be on vacation. But sometimes, especially if that vacation going long, sometimes and even with the hair, you know, we have the business line and the personal line. But you still, and they just, you know.
But, you know, I think it's something to be said, because it also lends to what type of entrepreneur you are.
Well, there you go.
Because if you are entrepreneur but you're a restaurant owner, you still have that autonomy a little bit.
You do. You're right.
When
You're
the
absolutely correct.
restaurant closes at 6, you're technically off. You're like, well, I'm not making no money right now. Versus me,
Or,
we could be at dinner.
depending if they
they have
doing
to
back
clean.
end
Yes,
stuff.
but you
and-
know,
Yeah.
typically your business is closed.
Yeah.
For me, I'm sorry that we're at dinner. If that email goes off, I'm checking it, because especially for someone in the fashion industry, if they're looking for a photographer,
And sometimes you got to
It's a
respond.
if
hustle.
I don't respond within an hour, they've
Yes.
already booked someone else.
Yes.
By the time we've gotten out of dinner,
Yes.
I have to respond immediately.
Yeah.
If a client has a fire and they're like, look, my shoot is in the morning at 8 a.m., my makeup artist canceled, the hairstylist can't get me, I need to be able to help that client
Period.
navigate right then and there. And sometimes they don't understand how I can never not be unglued from my phone. I just can't. And so what I typically do when I'm dating someone, I'm like, this is getting serious. I got to shoot on Saturday morning. Come and just be with me. Never fails. 2 hours in, I'm going to go. This is a lot. I'm already tired. Well, I still got 10 hours in here. They be like, now I get it. You ain't got to worry about me complaining ever again. Because I want them to see the hustle and the bustle, and I got 80 people in the room, right? So I think it just depends on the type of entrepreneur you are, because that also fluctuates. It's times where I am working my tail off, and Kai is at home, and then Kai is busting it in the salon, and I'm like, oh, I'm chilling, because the hours differ, the days that are busy for us are different.
They are very different. But I mean, to be honest with you, I think that that's like relationships and friendships too. Sometimes just relationships, period. Because, you know, you have the friends that work in corporate, so they're able to like sit on Twitter
Let's go to
all
happy
day.
hour. Let's go to this.
That too, but no, I can sit on Twitter all day and interact. You know what I mean? You didn't see, girl? No, I
didn't
can't
see
see.
My
nothing.
hands
I'm
were
not-
stuck in curlers and rods and foam and hairspray all day.
I don't see anything until
Until the
about
end.
1
And then I'm late
a.m.
catching up. So I'm at the end of the group and I got to go through 400 messages. Absolutely.
Hello. So, you know, it's just certain things like that where, well, of course, now I navigated pretty well, but prior to, like, I've had people that felt slighted.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Some relationships, like I'm happy you did bring up friendships, because even though we're speaking from a romantic perspective, friendships could suffer as well when you have but I also feel like you know, as an entrepreneur, like you said, regardless of which space you're in, you kind of have to get in that window and get it done. You know what I'm saying? So we, again, like I said, we can't just be like, oh, okay, I'll get to it tomorrow. You done got, like you said, they done book somebody else by the time you talking about tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just making sure we do find time, though. That's the thing that I would say a lot of entrepreneurs drop the ball at. Of course, we are building empires. Of course, we're making sacrifices so we don't have to do stuff later. But we do have to be intentional about, you know what, I haven't seen my friend in a while. Or, you know, I haven't taken Bay out.
You can just talk to me. It's okay. You ain't gotta like circle the block yelling at me. You ain't gotta do that. Because I'm definitely that guy. Blake? I definitely am that guy.
Yeah. And so a lot of people, and I love that my friends know, even clients, like, hit me back again. Because my brain literally looks like your laptop. You know, you got all them windows and tabs open.
So many tabs.
That's how my brain is going. So even if I'm not servicing a client, there's so many other parts and things that I'm exactly. And so when I see your text, I'm like, oh, shoot, I didn't respond. And I'm right on spot. But again, going back to the love language episode, it's knowing your person and knowing it's not intentional. And I just feel like we have to extend grace.
I do.
Everywhere.
Yeah. But I also feel like you have to grow to that sometimes.
Absolutely. Oh, you're going to have the fuss and like, oh, so what you know.
Girl.
Because I think when you talk about closing the tabs, if you text me and I'm like, okay, I responded to Kai as soon as I put down this camera.
Oh, what about you? You responded in your head and thought that you
Oh, I'm the queen of that.
And then what happens is 2 weeks later, I've closed out a lot of tabs. I'm like, did I ever text Kai back? And now she's pissed. You've ignored me. I promise. The tab that's your name on it just popped up again.
And
I promise.
And I think because I'm an entrepreneur, though, like if I reach out to a friend, anyone I'm romantically involved in, because I am trying to operate from not taking things personal, if I even reach out and text you, even if you don't text me back for a full day, my mind won't go to they're acting funny.
Yeah.
My mind naturally be like, because I know I'll be lifing, they probably forget. They probably busy. So let me send a text again. Because like a lot of my clients and friends will text me and say, I know you responded in your head, but this is me following up. Absolutely.
Because I'm king of that.
I
responded
absolutely
to you
doing
and
that.
Text like, yikes.
Yes, and I think we take it so like they didn't respond to me, not knowing they're probably not responding to anybody.
Or they also forgot. They also have things going on. They also have tabs.
And especially at these big ages of ours, we not in high school where all we doing is going to school, coming back home and playing outside.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
You know what I'm saying? So
as a serial entrepreneur,
oh Lord,
how has it shown up in your relationships, and how have you grown to navigate it in a healthy way?
Here he go, y'all. I'm learning, but what I have learned is that you absolutely, like I said, you absolutely have to make time for those that are important to you. Now I'm not a person that believes in the people make time for what's important to them to the best of their ability.
Yes.
Because like if I have this podcast recording, then I have stuff for the journal, and then I have a conference, then I have clients. You are very well important to me, and I am in my mind, I'm really trying. Yeah. It's just not happening. You know what I'm saying?
So what about asking for a season of hermit mode where you just solely focus on your things and ask people to excuse themselves, like, hey, listen.
So I do that. So like my past relationship, before I even pursue another step in the business, I'm like, hey, so I'm about to do this. Now it's going to take a sacrifice at home. It's, I need about 2 years or so, just grind it out. No, this is for a better,
purpose.
And initially they were like, yeah, I'm down. But then I would notice as time would, as we were in it, it became difficult, because I feel like we think we can tolerate it until we're in it and realize,
oh, this is a lot.
Yeah. You can handle it until you can't. Yeah. And I think when you're even transparent of, I need 2 years, what they hear is 2 months.
I guess they like, because they didn't hear 2 years. They absolutely did not hear 2 years. They absolutely did not hear 2 years.
No, and they're like, how long is this going to take? I was upfront about This even with the small things. How long are you going to be at work? I told you it was an 18-hour day. I left home an hour ago, and you're already frustrated.
Now, what I
Man.
have learned to do, like when you just said, what am I? The one thing I am learning to do is communicate.
Okay.
So as opposed to the best of my ability, especially if I know you're waiting, or if I told you I would be done by 6, and here it is about 5:15. Being that we've all been our professions long enough, we can tell it's 5:15. I'm probably not going to be done at 6. So let me be considerate enough. Hey, babe,
Proactive.
I know I said I'll be done at 5:15. It's looking like 6:30, but I'll keep you posted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so trying to be intentional like that versus just at 6, I'm saying, oh, I ain't gonna make it. Well, they could have ran and got something to eat. Now their favorite restaurant is closed. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just certain stuff
Perspective.
that we, have to do. And I'm learning to do that. And like you said, I do take those times where I'm like, yeah, I'm not working on this day, regardless.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You
You
know what I'm
have to
saying?
do that. You have to make sure,
Yeah.
especially
Because
for
they'll run us dry.
girl.
If
for
we don't,
children, family time, and things like that. Like I didn't do that in the beginning. Like I was a humper. I would just work, work, work. So because I would just work, 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 I got lost in just being at the salon all the
but
time.
in the beginning, though, in any industry, that's your,
Yeah.
You know, they
But I
say
think when
that's
you're
a-
passionate, we don't feel like it's.
No, but
You
then
know, we've
it's
been there a long
no,
time.
but then there's here's the thing. Another relationship takes a side seat. The relationships with your clients, because you're not as available. You know what I mean? As an entrepreneur, you're trying to find time to make time with your family.
Yeah.
That becomes a roadblock in your client relationshiping, because now they're like, wait a minute, you were always available on Sundays before. You know what I mean? And I'm like,
but we
well,
got to create boundaries
yeah.
with the clients and with home. Like we have to, and that'd be the problem because they get spoiled. Like you even said, when you're dating someone or in a relationship with someone, just think about, like you said, when you first got in it, you were set up a certain way. Once you start picking up, people are like, since when you have to go in on Saturday? Well, now I have more. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like people have to
My
also
bandwidth
allow
is
us to.
stretched.
People have to allow you to grow and evolve as well. If you're going to be in a relationship or be friends with an entrepreneur or business
yeah.
owner or someone that doesn't operate under a restricted schedule.
Yeah.
Like I literally text my clients, all my clients, my regulars. I literally could text them 9, 10 o'clock, and they're like their husbands, boyfriends, and people were like, that must be Kai. Because that's just once I'm, and I could take a moment, let me go and knock this out. And you know what I'm saying? But I still try to do it within a window because now
Girl.
we laying right here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, let me take care. You in the shower? Okay, I'm gonna go and hit this real quick.
Yeah.
Because that's just what works for me. Because I hate talking over clients. I'm not the stylist. I'm not gonna talk over a client. I try my best not to. If your appointment is not today, I'll get to you after today. You get what I'm saying? Like, because if you not to tomorrow or something like that, I need to address the people because you want that same undivided attention. You know what I'm saying?
That is very true.
That makes sense. I think I'm still trying to learn that. I am blessed to have a successful business, repeat clients, ride or die clients. But I think when you're an entrepreneur, there's that space where you are grinding and you are afraid and you don't know if you're gonna make it. And I always operate still in that space.
Yeah, in that grind mode.
And so I'm always like, I got to respond to you right now. Because it's so many people that do what I do. I need to hurry up and make myself available so that you don't, you know what I mean? Like I love what I do. The part that I hate about what I do is that my livelihood is dependent on someone else. When you are in corporate, you go to work, you know, the
You gonna
check
get
I
comes.
mean, but they
Yeah,
low key
for
can
your
walk in
hours.
on a Monday and then come back on Friday and get a. Can we talk to you in the back?
But you
I
know, I
mean-
worked on this day, I know
Yeah.
I'm getting money.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
You get
coming
paid
in.
for that.
You
I get
wake
what you're
up
saying.
like, I don't know if a client is gonna book today.
Listen, because what about those down spells where you've had, let's just say, you've had your week mapped out, right? And you have something coming up that you have this set intended for. You already have a deposit, so you're good on that front. But then the client still cancel even after having paid the deposit. But you didn't get this set. So now I got to discuss with Bay now. Bay, listen, this week I ain't got it.
Which is why I don't take deposits.
Why?
When you book, paying full.
I know that's right.
Paying full.
What?
I know that's right.
When you book, paying full. Because I that used to for that exact reason.
No,
I would have
absolutely.
a
Absolutely. That
$200
makes
deposit,
sense.
and I'd be like, cool. On Friday, I got 8 clients, $200 balance from each person. I'm gonna pay half cancel. I'm like, I had stuff I was planning,
And
I don't
what
like
I
that. So
and
pay
what
me
I
in
noticed
full.
and what I noticed too, when you do that paid in full, that eliminate the fluff.
Yep.
Like the people that are gonna book
They just book.
are gonna be the people that are serious. But I got this. I was looking at a Zoom the other day, and it blessed me. So I'm gonna bless you with it.
Give it to me.
Her name is Katara Hall, and she gave a prophetic word, and she said that in this season, God is going to open doors and bless us, but we are going to also be able to enjoy those blessings.
Mm.
And I say that because, again, like you, we all come from that where we go and want to work. I don't want to miss this. I don't want to miss that client. You doing all that? So she said basically in this season, God is moving in moments, meaning that you're not going to have to do the hustle and bustle.
Mm-hmm.
Like them 10 clients you used to have to take, he going to give you 5 that's going to do the same so you can have.
And that's what's
you know what I'm saying?
that's what the crazy part is, because I see myself
evolving
in that
into
space.
that,
Like,
yeah.
I'm taking lesser clients, but I'm making more money.
Yep.
But also, that nervousness don't go away. Even if Kai's paid in
Absolutely.
full.
No, if you
when
right,
Kai say, hey,
you
Blake,
right.
I'm like, oh, God, here we go.
You right.
She got to cancel. She's going to ask for a refund. She need to push it out a few weeks. She's like, I'm just going to reconfirm. And I'm like, whew. Thank God. But you know, that fear never leaves you.
Yeah.
And so when you're dating and they have a corporate job that's secure, they know they worked 40 hours that week,
They getting
paycheck
40
is
hours.
coming.
I mean, yeah.
You wake up every day like, well, I don't know. And some weeks you're like, let's fly to Bali. The next week, I need a 4 for 4.
Listen, no, let's talk about.
That's why we're going to have that financial episode too, because we got to get these coins. We're going to get these coins together as entrepreneurs.
Purchase property with an entrepreneur.
Oh, it's ugly.
Come on. Come on. When the mortgage company is asking to review all your paperwork, honey, that's a real thing.
It is.
Do you hear me?
It is.
Especially I don't get a check.
Yeah.
What?
Yep.
I can't, okay, we're going to see what this year look like. Maybe next year going to look the same.
Right.
You know
That's what I said.
mean?
We for sure are going to have us a financial episode, because us entrepreneurs, we touch far too much money to not have more.
We do.
Like, we should be able to see more, should be tangible, and we're going to work on
It
that.
come in and it just fly right out.
It's like water in your hands.
Really?
Yeah, when I did my
see, I'm
taxes and she
frugal.
told me what I made last year,
Oh,
I
yeah,
said,
this one.
How? I didn't see none of that money.
I'm frugal, baby. I'm gonna sit on it. You hear me?
Really?
I'm gonna sit on
See,
it.
I come from the reinvest mindset. So if I get 100, I immediately think about how can 60 go right back into this.
Yeah.
What can I buy to upgrade the
I
equipment?
mean, well, yeah.
What can I do? I'm immediately like trying to push it back out.
Oh, see, no, I like to see stuff sitting. I don't like to see large lump sums leave. I don't like to see little increments leave. I spend it when I need to, or, when I want to have a good fun perk, But for the most part, no, baby, I don't know what tomorrow gonna look like.
I know that's right.
If these things right here, if something happened to this right here,
These hands and these feet.
this leg.
But see, that all depends. Like if I have a big amount in my account, I'm like, I spend $1 on what? I'm good. If I got a little bit of money, I'm like, it's already a little bit.
It's already.
Just ball out with it.
So look, real quick. So if you had to give someone, so it's like pros and cons to everything.
Yep.
So with us actually being the entrepreneurs,
Yep.
give a pro and a con to actually dating and being with an entrepreneur? You go first.
An entrepreneur or me as an entrepreneur?
Can you kind of put them together a little bit?
A pro.
So entrepreneur, business owner, someone that's, take it out.
So for me, and I guess for a
can...
lot of entrepreneurs, we have access to things, people, resources.
That's
you know
it.
what I mean? Like
That's it.
we can't get in somewhere. My client owns that. We can't find that.
Baby,
my client
now you
got
talking.
that.
Now you talking.
We don't ever have to worry about none of that.
Yeah.
In that same breath, The con is that same person that got us into something or provided something, I have to make myself available to
On
that
the flip
person.
side, now you
The
talking. No,
minute
seriously.
that they need me,
Seriously.
who you on the phone with? The same person that got us a table at that restaurant last
Hello,
week.
that was overbooked.
Now they're demanding me right now.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't say no because eventually we will need them
Again. Yes.
So it's that up and down. You know what I mean? And at least for me, especially in my industry, I am so front facing to my clients.
Okay.
I can't ever be private, right? So if I'm at dinner with you and a client's like, "Hey, I know you're at dinner really quick. I have to, sure, let's talk." I have to.
I've learned.
I can't say no. I'm gonna talk about that later because that's not great.
My last relationship, we would be at family functions, and someone could walk up like, "Oh, Kat, I've been meaning," and they, she's off, and I used to be like, "I'm off." Because I would be ready to
engage in the consultation. No, a full-on consultation.
Yes. So
that's
we
very
have
me.
to create those boundaries. But no, I get it. What would you say is a pro and a con for dating?
So I would say a pro for entrepreneur and someone like being with someone who is not an entrepreneur, like they're waiting on a check. You know what I'm saying? We got those seasons, baby, where we
Y'all
making
keep saying
money
the same thing because that's a pro and a con.
hand over fist.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a pro and a con. But you know what I'm saying?
One week is Bali, the next week is
four.
Oodles and noodles.
Very
Ooh.
nice.
So, but yes, no, but that's a legit pro, baby, because honey, when you don't have, you said what? Let me call and see if such and such needs.
Because we always got to connect.
You know,
one of my good friends said out, she was like, "You're like a connector board. You literally
can connect people.
You know everybody. Like, and if whoever I don't know, you know.
I know somebody.
I know somebody
that
that knows them.
You hear me?
And I think I would say a pro for entrepreneur. For me, I would say the spontaneity of it all. Like because most people,
You never know what the day gonna bring.
You never know what the day is gonna bring.
But that's a pro. But you did the same thing with a pro and a
pro
con.
and a con.
Wait. In relationship with an entrepreneur, the spontaneity of the day.
Yeah.
Huh?
Or just the person in general, because like you just don't. So if I'm dating, if you work at a corporation or whatever, I know literally what the week is gonna look like, what your day is gonna be. I already know. With me, you don't know I can come up and be like, "Hey, I just got these free tickets to Janet Jackson because of my like."
Absolutely.
It's just like you just really never know what our day is.
On
really.
Tuesday you have no class. On Wednesday you wake up like
you literally
on that booking site. I gotta go to work.
You literally could be like, "Oh, we can hang out Tuesday because my empty." You go to bed Monday night, Tuesday you like, "Oh,
so I can't do any of that."
Yeah.
Yep.
Someone but
these 4 appointments have booked.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
And you can't turn them down.
And so, like you said, it's the pro and the con of, because then the con of it is like, okay, girl.
Every pro with an entrepreneur has a con.
It does.
Every
and it's
pro.
like the same, like it mirrors.
Yeah.
Because even for me, being an entrepreneur, we talking all day.
Yep.
No disrespect to Bay.
No.
No disrespect to Bay.
Shut up.
But if ain't
Don't
nothing,
say it.
if ain't nothing happened today, I don't know. I can't. Give me a minute. I can't. I don't want to talk
about relationships and we go to friendships. That's another piece to it, because so often you get invited to things, you get invited to places. You're like, I've been interacting with people all day. I don't want to go.
Baby, I'm trained.
Because I want to go home and be with just me.
Let me tell you what. I have a partner who he's not antisocial, but he's just not social.
I love that.
You know what I'm saying? So because he's not social, his energy is reserved specifically for me.
Oh, that's good.
So
that's good.
when I go out, I'm the, hey,
definitely the life.
We having a fun time.
Yeah.
However, he's in the cut, quiet. And when we're done, when we get in the car, oh, baby, he's on. Hey.
Yes. Yes.
And I'm like, I have learned that I have to reserve a piece of myself specifically for him.
Yes, because you can't give it all away.
Because he's going to want that. Because at first I used to be like, child, listen, I don't have it in me. But
I still just give me some time. I feel like just give me, especially when I'm getting off. Just give me, because I've literally just been standing over people from 9 hours, been ministering, being a therapist. I've done wiped some tears.
What we do is a therapy for
Hello.
people. Yes.
You see what I'm saying? So it's no disrespect to you, but if you're like, so how's your day? And I'm like, it was fine. And then you keep, so what? Nothing.
Fine.
Because trust me, if something happened, baby, guess what? Oh, you gonna know it
firsthand.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like,
you want to check out.
And just give me a minute because I am going to have that moment where I'm like, okay.
You got to disengage.
But that
first.
whole, like me, especially my ride home from work is where I just, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, no, I sit in the car for 30 minutes before I walk in the door.
But I think people who are corporate versus entrepreneurs, their disengagement time is a lot different, right? So when you work a 9 to 5, you walk to the train or whatever.
Oh, they have that.
Or the train ride.
15,
Or the
20
train
minutes.
ride, yeah.
For us, because we do so much, we're interacting with so many people, so much more is pulled from us. Our disengagement time, maybe I need 2 hours.
Yeah, but you still got to steal those
shut
moments.
Up time.
You still got to steal those moments.
You do. But I'm just saying, I don't think they understand it. Like,
I think it's a compromise. I think it's a compromise. I think it's those like certain days where you just know, like if it was a really busy day, I don't. And other days you make the sacrifice, like you said, I'm gonna keep a piece, and it's knowing the same way he knows you done gave a lot, but you also know to save. He needs to know, okay, maybe this day
she gave a lot.
She forgot to save that piece for me, but it's cool because she normally has that piece for me.
Oh no! So the way that it works is if I'm asleep. Baby, that man don't bother me. He come in, he gonna tuck me, he gonna cut the light out. He gonna let me sleep. And I remember one time, I think I slept for a full day.
Ooh.
I was tired.
I've done that before.
Yeah.
We've all done that.
Man. And even if I was just in the
bed. Okay. Yeah. He didn't bother me not one bit. He didn't even ask me if I wanted something to eat because he knew I was that tired. So those moments are moments that me personally, I appreciate because it's like, he's understanding. Somebody else would have come in, I need you.
You still sleep? You still sleep?
Did you cook some? I'm just grateful. Yeah, I'm grateful because everybody doesn't get that part. Like, yeah, I've been humping for 17 hours, baby. I need a full day in the bed. Don't you ask me about what y'all finna eat. Figure it out.
I got it. So, Kai, I got a question.
Oh, Lord.
Why do you do that to me? My questions be amazing. They be positive. But as an entrepreneur, if you were single, on a scale from 1 to 10, how hard is it dating you as an entrepreneur?
Dating me?
Dating you.
Like Kai?
Yeah. How hard is it dating you?
As it pertains to my job or to just who I am?
Who you are. How difficult is someone that wants... If I wanted to date
you, I'd be like, okay,
I can't be... Is it competition?
No. I know where you're going. I got you because I could be transparent, especially like right now in this season. I'm recording a podcast. Of course, I have my clients. I've just released a devotional. I'm about to start writing a book. And so in this season, when I have all these irons in the fire, quite difficult. I still try to allot time so we can spend time together. But it's still those moments where it's like, I have to focus. I have to do, like, I have to get this done. This is a deadline that I have to meet. But I'm also, again, like I told you, I communicate now to like, hey, so I'm about to launch da-da-da-da-da. It's going to require me to not be available on da-da-da-da-da. So I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the hardest, right now in this season, I would say I'm at like an 8.
But you have a supportive partner.
I absolutely do.
You know what I mean?
I absolutely do. I'm not going to.
Some folks are not that
supportive.
But
I still feel... So on the flip,
difficulty
on the flip, because on the flip side, and I don't know how you all operate at home, but so I typically always end up in relationships with people that just like to hop up and clean, grab this and do this. So for me, since I've been on my feet all day, so it's not just physical strain. I've been talking, so that's mental. Sometimes I'm ministering, so that's I have all this strain. So when I get home, no, I don't want to clean up. It's not that I will never clean up. Just I need that type of, hey, babe, so you busy Saturday? You got clients? Okay, so we gonna blah, blah, blah. So I can mentally prepare for that. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like I always end up with people, like you said, I'm sleeping that full day, but you cleaning around me. That's unfortunate because I can't do it. My body can't do that. Yeah. So that's something that I would suggest, because I was actually going to ask that. That's something that I would suggest to a corporate or 9-to-5 person that's dating an entrepreneur. Be aware of their energy levels. So something when you feel like you could just hop up and do and be ready for, be mindful that their energy level might not be there. And it's not that it's not there for you. It's just not there.
At all.
At all.
And hey, I'd like to add, if you're dating an entrepreneur, a nice little present or gift would be
I already know.
A cleaning person.
Baby,
hire
because
some help.
That's the first 2 people I'm hiring when I get rich is a chef and a cook.
Yeah.
Baby, y'all can have all baby, them two. That's
Yeah,
A chef and a cleaning person.
clean
Yeah.
and
Cleaning
chef.
person and a driver.
I used to
a
say that.
driver.
Cause I don't want to do it.
Did I just say a chef and a
Really?
cook?
Yeah.
Y'all know what I meant.
Yeah, I
Cleaning
hate
person
driver.
and a chef.
I hate driving. I hate it.
Oh.
I hate it. I hate
But
it.
no, and if you also ideas for massages never run out. If you
Never.
ever want to treat them,
Well, if you have an entrepreneur that works with their hands and on their feet, if they work with their mental, they might want to do something else.
well, like you said, the ones that work in hands and feet, especially if they are hairstylists, they anything using this all day.
We are all hand entrepreneurs, ain't we?
Literally,
We
and feet.
always
We
have our
standing up
toes
and we up.
available.
Ooh, our bodies be ravished. Wrecked.
And we're up.
Yeah.
Okay, so real quick before we wrap things up, what is, I guess I would say, a myth, especially now since we're in the social media era. What do you think is a myth or something that's really not true that people want to believe about dating or being with an entrepreneur? Or
We have unlimited and overflow of cash always coming in.
who, Jesus?
Always. People always, you own a business.
That's the
You're
first thing.
rich.
That's the first thing.
If you,
Oh my
if you
God.
realize because I own a business, I am poor.
She said,
I have
"Oh my
nothing.
God."
All of these bills at home and in this other place
'cause
is mine.
It's the family relationships. Just because you got a salon, that don't make you rich. Hello? Is this
They
thing
always-
on?
Yep.
But no, like you said, the overflow, I would definitely overflow because first thing they think, but you have to understand, I have to operate
Yep.
this business.
Operation costs.
And even as when you see even if I do the increase and I'm stretched, so now that I have more requiring of me, that means I require to spend
More.
more money.
Yep.
Would you say that's the myth? You would agree that
I would agree that yeah, I'm totally behind that one because that was a thing for me. So yeah, I'm gonna agree with that. Right? I don't have any other myths that I need to debunk right now. 'Cause that one, baby, that hit me. Okay, so yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm in.
that's
agreement
really
with
that. I think that's just in general, like
We got all the money in the world.
but you know, people count your pockets, baby.
do.
They count your pockets. They see you doing extensions, sew-ins. You're doing
Because
your,
they look at your sites and they know what price you charge
Prices,
for services.
yes,
and they're like,
yes.
you always booked.
yes.
True. But with every service comes a cost to
First of all,
operate that
there's
service.
overhead.
Yes.
There's over.
Head.
And the head has an overhead.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Hello.
Yes.
If I charge $400 for a service, it's already probably $175 to operate to even provide that service.
Because
Then
my
I got
thing
equipment and yeah.
is, the product's not cheap.
Nope.
Yeah.
Hello. The tools not
Yeah.
Nope.
cheap. Hello.
Lights, gas,
Nothing is
water.
cheap these days. So please refrain. If you have an entrepreneur as a lover, friend, family member, whatever, just don't assume this. You know.
And also, to double back what Kai said about being at home and doing the cleaning and all of that, if you date an entrepreneur and they have a space, come to the space and clean. Come
Grab
to
a
the space.
broom.
Come to the space.
Bring me lunch.
I absolutely
going.
love
Bring-
those clients.
Uber me lunch. Dude,
Yeah.
like it's so many little things that we value, especially again with us. Yes, the extravagant stuff that doesn't really.
I don't care.
As business owners and people that handle things,
Uber me
it's
a
that
muffin.
little stuff.
Uber me a muffin,
Girl.
a glass of water.
You come into the salon and
With
I'm
a-
in between clients and
Can
you
you
pick
bring
up
me
that
some?
broom. No, you didn't even need to
Yes.
bring me. You pick up
yeah.
that broom,
Oh,
baby.
I got a
and
lot of clients
sweep
like
in
that.
between. You just melted my heart.
Yeah.
Okay.
My first lady, she will come and get her hair done, and next thing you know, she's sweeping and cleaning. I said, "Well, come on then,
Okay.
Yeah.
Help a player
because
out.
I ain't gonna stop you."
Girl.
Now, we may act like we don't want the help because that's how our minds are, but we want the help.
We do.
All
And
the
so now
time.
it's not
we
that it's,
appreciate it.
and it's not that it's impossible
Yeah.
to date an entrepreneur. This is just it's getting to understand us a little better. Like again, because the part 2, I'm gonna actually have some people that are corporate that are actually in relationships or married to entrepreneurs because I bet you they got their story. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh,
So
I got one more thing.
what girl?
What about when you have a dream? Because, you know, we entrepreneurs, we're dreamers.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We don't always just have like this one set thing that we want to do. Like, for example, you're an author.
Period.
Okay, you're a salon owner, what happens when you have these new thoughts, ideas,
And you
and
evolving.
ventures,
Yeah.
and you're trying to bounce back ideas off of your partner who's not an entrepreneur, who doesn't
And not a
have that
creative.
vision.
Basically, not a creative.
Yeah.
And they look at you like, what?
Because I typically end up in relationships with people that are analytical. Like, but God does that on purpose because I have these broad and grand ideas. So my friends are typically analytical. Like my friends are either HR, project managers,
Yeah.
different things like that. Because I need someone to be like, oh, okay, Kai, that was a great. Just come on,
Dial it back.
dial it back. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think that's where the village come in too.
Yeah.
Because you have to have those other entrepreneur friends, like when we go to breakfast and we hang out. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So yes, like I said, it's not impossible. But before we wrap it up, we have our rapid questions.
Here she go.
These are a little different. 3 and go. Are you ready?
Yes.
3 of your now don't get too deep. It ain't of your lifetime. You ain't gotta just in the moment. What comes to your head? 3 of your favorite female R&B artists.
Mary J. Blige, Beyonce, Amy Winehouse. Does she count
Amy
as
Winehouse.
R&B?
Be quiet, Blake. Hush.
Does she count as R&B?
You said it. You said it. Blake.
Don't be a hater.
All right,
Blake is
it's
gonna
been great today.
No, wait. And so it's 2 more questions, 3 and go. So 3 places you would like to visit that's like on your bucket list or you would just like to go to.
3 places I'd like to visit. Accru, Africa. I believe that's how you pronounce it. I'd like to go to Singapore and New Zealand.
Did she redeem herself a little bit?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
Last 3. I need 3 of your favorite food dishes.
Oh, I love tandoor, any type of tandoor, char, any type of tandoori. I like, you said 3 of my favorite?
Yeah.
Mediterranean, any type of
Anything.
Mediterranean, anything. While I really love shellfish and seafood, I can't have it anymore, but hey, I love it. Any type of lobster, crab,
Yes.
shrimp, all of that stuff is great.
Yeah. So
Mussels.
Did she
She's good.
kind of redeemed herself?
Amy threw you off.
Well, you guys, you already know what to do.
Like,
Subscribe,
comment,
share,
tell us what you feel.
follow. Just do what you need to do. I'm Kai. This is Jazz.
And I'm Amy Winehouse.
You know what? Until next time.
Make sure you stay safe in your space. We love y'all.
Bye.
Bye.